and you know what I mean. We're gonna do some hunt the pillars, probably a couple of those missions where they want you to, kind of learn the gig a little bit. And also, I want to take a moment to talk about the store and the current controversy. Okay, so we're gonna start first things first with the controversy in the current store. I'm gonna bring this up a little bigger right here. You guys should be able to see it right here to my right. Now, the controversy with the store right now is something to do about these blades. Now, I am relatively new to Star Citizen. Let me get these blades up for you. Right here. The flight blades. Right? So, these flight blade kits right here have the community in uproar. So much so that a lot of people are putting the game down until it gets more content and until these blades are available in game, which I can understand. I understand the controversy, but hear me out, because this is where I disagree with the said controversy. A lot of people are making it to where this is very bad for, the gaming community in a whole, just because, it's like pay to win, almost like the whole fucking loot box ordeal with, Battlefront 2 back in the day. People don't like that. It's not something that, genuinely people like to deal with. My thoughts on this, like quick thoughts, pretty much I understand why they're doing it, to make some money. It's a lot of things going on as far as governments go, politics go, all of that stuff. So eventually I kind of figured that, even gaming as a medium was going to start getting taxed with this money, with the $80 prices for the new games coming out and all of that. It's showing that the market is demanding more money. And instead of, understanding that, I get the fact that they're milking it and they are essentially selling out. But at the same purpose, they're in this to make money first thing first. Money first, then the drink. That's how they are able to make the money and able to make the drink. It's a coexisting relationship. It's symbiotic. Because they have no backing, we got the game that we enjoy now, and we don't have the game that we could have been enjoying with backing. It's just to give, you have to get, or to get, you have to give. My bad. And that's just what I feel like it is in this situation right here. I feel like the flight blade system on a mass scale would have made the game break. They knew the game would have broke. They know that the game can't handle everybody being able to access it. So what they did was do a trial period for the actual people with money that wanted to try it. Because now it limits everything on the fucking server, and everybody doesn't have a variable fucking experience for real. Because the main argument is that these flight blades are essentially pay to win objects in the game that, you could basically earn, or you can't earn in Galaxy, which is irritating. But at the same point, imagine if they were available in Galaxy and they were only available on Area 18, for example. Now, I don't know about you, but going to Area 18 right now is a death sentence for your gameplay experience, because all you're going to do is experience Invictus launch week. And there's too many people there looking for guild script. So it's not worth going over there. If you know what I mean. It's just really not worth going over there. So when you get there, what do you see? A shit ton of people. It takes about a half an hour just to dock out. You have to jump server to jump server to jump server just so you can get out of the fucking hangar. All because it's an event right now. Now imagine that with the flight blades. Everybody and their brothers' mothers coming over there trying to get the freaking flight blades at every Wicklow, at every fucking station, at every goddamn place that they have them. And it overpopulates and crowds the area, making it a clusterfuck and nobody be able to actually enjoy the game. So I see where they're coming with that. It has to be something that's slowly implemented to where they can, release the patch that they needed to get out the door and be able to actually have gameplay smooth enough for us to run on. That's just what I see on it. But that's my small takes. You let me know how you feel about it. I mean, I guess I could do this real quick because we have a little time tonight. It's the weekend. The weekend. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out Salty Mike's take on it because I did have a couple. I had a couple points on it that I wanted to go over. Because I felt like this is somebody that's been in it for a while now, and this is my first year, first year in, and I'm already like 300 $400 invested into the game. So with that being stated, like, I understand where he's coming from, but you gotta understand, this isn't like something. I mean, it's like World of Warcraft in a way, man. Like, people are playing just this game. They're not playing other games. They're playing just Star Citizen. So, like, that's you gotta realize that it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And the price tag being high is to encourage you buying it in game. That's just making sense to me. But okay. So we'll react to this because
I don't know what to say. I think this might be the end. This is crazy. What I'm looking at. Let's start with the negative stuff, unfortunately, first, because I'm just blown away with what I'm looking at. I'm almost speechless. I'm almost speechless. I think I might be speechless.
Oh no, I think this guy is over dramaticing it a little bit. Hold on. Let's hear what he got to say. Let's put it on 2 times 2.
Anybody who wanted Star Citizen to be a video game, today you might have officially lost. You might have officially lost. Tier 0 item implementation was one thing. Them saying whatever ship you pledged for, you're not going to lose, was one thing at CitizenCon. I knew they were going to push it. I did not know that they were going to push it this far. $18 for your Aegis Gladius Flight Blades kit. $15 if you put in real money. And what that entails is hard to say right this second. What the PHB, the TSB, and the Nightbreak blades are, let's see. Top speed balanced, precision handling balanced. And then what's the Nightblade one? The Nightbreak chip paint featuring black camo. Okay, that's just the thing. So, can we get these in the game? Yeah.
Well, to be honest, you've never really been able to get bundles in game. So that's something that's like a little weird to be complaining about, especially because he's already used to playing the game. Now, if it was something in the past, it's long in the past, so it's something that's not even relevant no more to even complain about because it's so far in the past, it's gone. And, just complaining about something that's gone is pointless, really pointless. So, like, when it comes down to it, like the Flight Blade thing, I don't think that it's that much of a big deal as they're making it right now. And the only thing that they're doing is, like, by doing this, they're kind of throwing a temper tantrum, like, no, I want it now, and trying not to. It's like getting in an argument with the girl. Let's put it like that. Not to disrespect Salty Mike, because I'm not trying to. But it's like arguing with a girl that lives with you. Okay, hear me out. This is how I see it. They live with you. They see what's going on every day. They know the context. They deal with the context every single day. But when it comes down to complain about something, all of that context that they lived for the past 2-3 weeks, 2-3 years, couple decades, all of that context does not exist the moment that somebody's upset. They throw that context out the window, and then they're arguing it at the point that they don't know anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're just arguing for argument's sake because they already know why it's like that. They already know why it needs to be that way, but they're ignoring that in order for it to fit their argument. And that is exactly what's going on here. Because me being a novice, somebody that's new to the game, even I can see that it's not that big of a deal. Like I've seen way more predatory practices in other games, and just seeing that they're making available little attachments for your ship that makes your maneuverability ass and your fucking speed fucking grade A, or your maneuverability good and your speed like trash, when all that really comes with is really a good pair of sticks. The only AI blades that they cannot put on the store, and I mean I can agree with them if this is the case. They cannot put AI turrets, AI guns, anything that involves ship weapons or attachments on the store, because then that would be pay to win. When it comes to the stuff they have on the store right now, all that does is optimize the ship enough for somebody that's playing keyboard and mouse to have a better time at the game. Well, I play Hosas. A lot of people I know play Hotas, which is hand on stick and throttle. I play with hand on stick and stick. I play with two sticks. Most people play with one stick, one keyboard. Some people play with keyboard mouse. Some people play with dual Hotas with the throttle and all of that good stuff. Some people play with the full fucking setup. And if you're looking at the people that's buying this game, the game isn't cheap to get into. It's a higher entry level to get into this game. So that being the case, that's already eliminating like the, not to put it that way, the people that can't afford to buy a pair of sticks for $100. You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to it. Like I can do everything those flight blades do with my sticks and the key bindings. I don't really need a piece of equipment for my ship to handle the things that my sticks do automatically. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just where I'm coming from, cuz your mouse and keyboard, they can't do what these sticks do. They don't work on an axis spaces. They don't have pressure sensors. It's all about raw physical input. So when it comes down to that, you really can't do nothing about it. So these flight blades, in that sense, would make a lot more sense to use. Now, when it comes to the AI guns and all of that stuff in the future, that's not even available right now for people to be even complaining about it. And they didn't even state that that was going to be their business model going future. I'm thinking that they're only releasing these two because they're the only two that's really ready. That's first. Second, they're really not all that game breaking. So if they implement them on a mass scale later on down the line, which is only going to be 30 days down the line, then something crazy might happen to the game. We never know. Like it could be a 4.0.1 when it fucking first launched, or 4.0.0 when it first launched, and had me turned off on it more so because I couldn't get out and do things, and the game was broken because they were doing too much on that server. So to each his own. At the end of the day, I feel like these Flight Blade kits aren't the biggest deal in the world, and people are overinflating it to where the newer audiences that's getting hyped about Squadron 42 or don't know anything about Star Citizen, the first thing they see is on YouTube is scam and, oh, they're ripping people off. Like, and then when you actually play the game's fucking awesome. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. You play the game's fucking, it's nothing that could compare to it. Like, it's literally no game in this genre that could compare to it at all. So when it comes down to it and you're playing this game with all its flaws, it's still a unique game to play. It gives you that fucking replayability because of how unique it is in that factor, to where it's a true sandbox where you can do whatever you want, wherever you want, and suffer almost no consequences. So that's, it, at the end of the day, people are still going to buy the game. People are still going to play it, but you're hurting the game growing by not allowing people to actually come in and experience some of this stuff for themselves. Because some of these beginner people, until they meet people in game, they're never going to even experience half of the game. Like, that's just talking from experience. Like, I thought the game was fly in, kill somebody, fly out. I did not know it's a whole broad scope of things you can do in this game.
I'd like to remind you, Richard Tyrer, when you came into my channel 2 years ago, when me and Levelcap were watching CitizenCon, and you told me that you hate pay to win, and that he came in and said, "We're in charge now." This isn't pay to win, right? None of this stuff is pay to win.
Okay, he's agreeing with me there.
Where's the pay to, where's the like play? Where's the stuff where you just play? Right? So that's the crazy thing. All right, here's a post that we need to see more of. This might answer more of the questions. Introducing flight blades. What are they? In simple terms, flight blades are components that go into your ship computer ports to adjust the flight behavior in 2 key ways currently: speed and maneuverability. Cool. We love that. We love that. No issue with this whatsoever. Let me zoom in and go into the scene instead. While using flight blades, you can boost one area. It comes with a trade-off, as you'll see a reduction in the other, basically, to balance things out. This isn't about chasing raw upgrades. It's about making meaningful changes and further dialing in your loadout to reflect your playstyle. Love this. Love this. Why would we not like this? Why would we not like this? Right? Whether you're prioritizing speed or maneuverability, flight blades will offer real player choice, allowing you to fine-tune the behavior of your ship and align with how you fly, fight, and operate in the verse. We've put together a quick FAQ to cover some of the more common questions. What are the flight blades? Currently, there's the PHP and the TSP. Cool. What ships can we equip flight blades on? Gladius, Avenger, Redeemer, Scorpius, MPUV, Arrow, Pisces, and Hammerhead. All right. Why were these ships chosen? They're chosen because they're a broad spectrum of play styles. All right. Can flight blades be used across entire ship families? They're version specific, which is also just so fucking stupid. But okay. How do I equip them? You buy them on the pledge store first, apparently. Do they give you a competitive advantage? Flight blades offer tuning flexibility, giving you more control of your ship's behavior. There's no shortcut to mastery. Cool, cool, cool. That's, again, why nothing is really pay to win.
Yeah. That statement right there disqualifies the whole fucking argument on why it's a bitch. They're just mad that they don't have access to it now. They want it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you pledge something, you know you believe in that product. These people pledged, and they're doing more than believing. They're expecting things now. They want it now. It takes 10 years to make the game, they said. It's going to take 15, 20 years to make the game, they said. I feel like it's going to take another 2-3 years, realistically, to get the most of what they need done. Because after Squadron 42 comes out, that's going to boost the sales for them. That's going to get more people into Star Citizen because they automatically get a copy. And then next thing you know, they can release 1.0 and then release all that extra shit that they wanted to do, like the engineering and all of that stuff, and all the different gameplays with patches like fucking. I don't mean to do it this way, but like fucking Fallout 76, the game turned into a completely different animal. They could have really just released the game now, called it what it was, made it a very simple thing with a bunch of fucking content like they did just now with gaming. Do computer generated fucking planets and all that stuff and call it a day, and we would have had a game by now. But they're putting more love into it. They're putting everything that they can into the game, and that's what we need in gaming right now. This is completely funded by the players, so when it comes down to it, you get the enjoyment from the game. That's your pledge. Usually when you pledge to something, you get nothing in return until that business pops off. Like, that's just what it is.
Move flight blades between ships. To move between ships, one from Gladius to another, for example, you just swap it in the VLM. All right, cool. Can flight blades be destroyed? In the initial implementation, they're not destructible, okay? Will flight blades be available to purchase from the in-game store? This is not a frequently asked question. Okay, yes, flight blades will become available in in-game stores for Alpha UC following the end of their pledge exclusive availability. These are not ships, people. These are not ships. These are not ships. This is like an FPS weapon.
No, it's more of an upgrade.
I have said it continuously. Marketing runs this game, and nobody stands up for this shit. And I really thought Richard Tyrer would stand up for this shit, and he didn't. And I have nothing to lose anymore. This company hates me with a passion because I just don't align with their marketing team clearly. This is absolutely horrible behavior. Horrible behavior.
Like, that hates me claim,
I don't know
like,
how many times I can say
that was kind of
you
cringe.
made a better video game and stop.
That was kind of cringe. Like, you get to play the game. The game ain't about buying these flight blades, obviously. Look at the transaction rate. Like, you're paying $200 for a $10 million fucking ship in game. You're paying $15. That ship, that part's going to be like $30K, $40K, maybe $100K for the best variant per AI slot. 100K ain't shit in this game. That's one fucking mission. You know what I'm saying? You could get a fucking flight bay permission. Like, it's just about when they can make it available for a broad audience and have more things for them to do with them. Right now, I'm more outraged that it's not an actual mechanic and it's something that they're selling as an AI blade over them selling an AI blade. Like, I rather it been a mechanic for the PC guys to go do inside of their fucking setting to optimize how the yaw, the curve, the pitch works, just like you would on a drone or a flight characteristics model for a plane. Like, I don't get why they couldn't do that inside the game itself. When you mess with your ship inside the customization bar, you could have had a tab for optimizations of systems. So everybody's ships are the same ships, but they are all optimized differently, tuned to that person's liking. That would have been a better mechanic to have in a game versus the fucking blades. The blades are just a time waster or a time saver, depending if you have money or not. Like, that's just what I see in it. Like, at the end of the day, you can do all of this manually. All this does is do it automatically. And it's not so much of a big deal to do it manually enough to buy them, in my opinion. Like, when I seen them in the store, that was the last thing that I was worried about, or the last thing I wanted to buy, or even had interest in, to be honest with you. The only ones that I have interest in are the AI gun turret blades, because then I could start flying my big ass ships. The only ones I'll have interest in the future are the fucking AI blades for engineering and power management and reloading the guns and stuff like that I need crew for, and I don't have to pay the crew. I can have the AI chips do all of it automatically. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's something that's worth it. But other than that, just to tune my plane, like, or tune my flying machine, is not that worth it. I'll just buy new parts. This is all coming from if it's stock. Like, you gotta realize that part of the gameplay is making your ship not stock. You like, I just don't get the complaint.
Stop doing shit like this and actually had something in the game that players could earn and earn progression, they would buy the game. This is crazy. This is crazy bad. And this isn't the end of it. They're also selling armor, weapons, everything. Every single item you can earn in the game is purchasable on the pledge store. Nearly every single one.
Let's fact check that. Let's fact check that, because I have no clue about that. I know you can buy these bullshit little what do you call those things? Little promotional shirts and stuff that they got going on right now. They got a few armor sets that comes like it just comes with the game, or pretty much just with the ship and stuff like that. This is real life merch. Let's go back to the store, home, go to the shop, and we'll go to the pledge store. So they got merchandise, game packages, paints, ships, gear. Let's check out gear. So you get a armor set, you know, the Wicklow armors, the limited time edition, like fucking flight week armors with a paint for your ship for $30. Whoop de fucking do. Fucking every game does this, by the way. You get racing gear, which is just fucking name brand or game branded suits for your racer that you can also buy in game. Every last one of these I seen the option to buy in game. $14, $5. At least it's not $40, $20. Like fucking, what's that game? Call of Duty? You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be a lot worse. See right here, 40. You get the full complete Star Chaser complete pack. You get 3 skins, gun skins, the whole fucking 9 yards with that one pack. And the armors aren't even that cool. Like, they got better armors in game. This is the only armor that I think is pretty fucking badass, not gonna lie. The one that costs 60, but that's weapons, armor, and collection. Or weapons, armor, collection. So I get the weapon paints and I get the fucking armor. You don't actually get the gun. Or do you? Okay, this is a gun that I can buy. See, that's a dope ass suit. I know I could get that in game too, though. A lot of this stuff you can get in game. They're not going to give you vehicles and stuff. It's a lot of just cosmetic shit. Like, these are just fucking specialty snipers and specialty weapons they already have in the game that you could go buy, or you could go and find off an NPC if you do enough of the bunkers. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, all of this stuff is relatively easy to get, and the stuff that's not easy to get, all it is a paint. And you can apply the paint at your local station or inventory desk. So it's not that big of a deal. People are making this in mountain or this molehill into a mountain. Like, it's ridiculous.
Hype. That's for sure. This is insane. Can we get these at least from the event? Can we get them, rent them for free from the event at least for now?
I don't know about that one. I haven't seen that.
Wow. This is if Star Citizen dies and this game goes under, remember this moment, because this was the moment it died.
No, it didn't.
This was the moment it died.
It just became alive.
And then with the induction of flight blades, should we expect AI blades to follow soon? You're gonna have to buy your AI blades on the store. I understand ships being in the pledge store first. I do not understand the rest of the gameplay being in the pledge store. Right? I don't understand that.
This is where he's misconstruing that. And it's kind of disingenuous. Because that's not the gameplay. The gameplay is what you do to get to that point. If you want to earn that in game, you can earn it in game. If you want to spend $5 American or $5 or £5 or whatever the fuck currency you have on the fucking actual like product, that's on you to buy it. If you want to buy it, go ahead and buy it, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just don't get that shit. Like, why are you complaining? If you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Like, they've been doing this for a while. That's why nothing in this game, like you said in the beginning, can actually be pay to win. Because 9 times out of 10, people are just interacting with fucking NPCs. And if they're not interacting with NPCs, they're doing something with their guild. The most PvP action that I've actually found out in this game is fucking bounty hunts that just came back, by the way. And also the, what do you call it? The contested zones. There's no other point in the game where I really run into PvP. And then when it comes down to it, the actual PvP servers, I don't really see those being popular like that. The arena mode, I haven't really played that at all. And if you really want to just balance it out, you could just take away some of the customizations, availabilities inside the arena mode itself. So that way, when you're playing arena mode, everybody's flying a stock ship and have to do with what they got. And that's it. You want to play with your custom shit? Play a private game or a custom game like Halo used to have, where you can play with certain private or certain parts only, and the game won't let you join unless you have those certain parts equipped. You know, something like that. It's easy to do. It's an AI that does all that shit.
Like this. Look at this. Every vote is negative. Every single vote. Wow. Like, nobody expects this to, like, please hear your community right now, because this is not just me saying this. Usually it's just me.
At least he acknowledges that.
Something went wrong. Oh, did something go wrong with my votes? Because we're not allowed to make them or something? So now you know that at this point, what isn't for sale? What isn't for sale?
I can tell you what's not for sale. Half of the fucking ship fleet that they got available, that's not for sale. They only sell certain ones at certain times. What else isn't for sale? You know, actual fucking guns, like all of the guns that you can get in game, that some of them are 10 times better than the ones that you can buy right now in game because they're the same fucking gun with a paint on it. Like, everything that's in the game, you could just get from the game. Like, I didn't have to buy a Cuddy Black. You know why I bought the Cuddy Black? Because I like that, having that insurance that after 5.0 comes, I don't have to worry about losing my fucking ship and starting with my basic ass bitch ship that I spent $40 on. Because I spent $40 as a starter, I had $40 later, I put 40 more, and then next thing you know, I put another 40. And then next thing you know, I got 2 ships. And then I got 4 ships. Then I got 5 ships. And then I trade them all in for one big ship. Or one really good ship in that field. You know, because I'm starting to learn the game and starting to tune it to what I want it to be. You know, but other than that, you know, you get what you want out of the game. It's not a fucking scripted game, dude. Alright, enough with the dead silence. Come on.
There is no game. So this is kind of crazy. I was just going to watch the Idris video with you guys and check out the Idris because as everything except the Gladiator bomber. Oh my god. Oh boy. So every ship's a bomber now. Yep. Like, chat. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I became an Eve partner yesterday, I think. So, I thought I was going to stream maybe Eve once a week. After seeing this, I might have to do it a lot more. I also am not a Star Citizen partner, which is really funny. There's like this fake partner program in Star Citizen that isn't like real yet. I'm not a part of that, but I streamed Eve once, and I'm a part of that, and they've already offered me way more than Star Citizen ever has. And I look forward to seeing the comments if I post this on YouTube for all of you fucking geeks telling me to leave, but you're all going to be gone because you're not going to have a game if everything's sold on the store and there is no game. So this is kind of crazy.
Well, I'm a geek then, because you can leave, Salty Mike. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but all you're doing is trying to polarize this audience to come away from this game and go to EVE Online. And you already said that you like sponsored by them, so it's not a far off assumption. It's just about you taking a valid criticism about them putting them on the store and not letting people beta test them in game because a lot of people just don't want to spend money right now. You know, like, I understand that. I also understand that this game ain't gonna get made without money. And this shit that they're doing is expensive. And everybody wants what they're doing. We wouldn't have what we got right now without people backing it. I'm excited for Squadron 42. That's what got me into Star Citizen. Watching the fucking trailer for Squadron 42. I wanted that game yesterday. Not right now. Or not fucking a year from now. I wanted that game fucking 2 years ago. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what got me into Star Citizen even, because I'm like, oh shit, I could play Star Citizen right now until that game comes out. If that little bit of fucking hour gameplay that I didn't even get to experience myself got me spending mad money and mad time in this game now, imagine the amount of people is going to wind up attracted. The appeal to this game is no other game can give it to you. What makes this game appealing is that you're in a believable world doing believable stuff. And you have unlimited ability. You do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Make the gameplay however you want. You want to do machinimas? Do machinimas. You want to do mining? Mine. You want to fucking craft? Craft. You want to fucking run around on random planets just doing random shit? Do that. Like, it's whatever. It's a million different things you could do. You could land on a planet randomly, go in a random cave that would have literally took you maybe 6 hours to get through on a regular console. But you're doing it in only 1 hour because you have no fucking load screens, no timeout, no scripted events. It just happens that way with your friends. That's how you play the game. But to each his own. He's about to watch the Idris video. I just wanted to shine a light on what he said earlier to further my point that I had in the beginning of the video about what's going on. And let me know how you guys think in the comment section below. And to everybody else, we're gonna keep the stream going. My YouTube folks, I'm gonna public post this later on YouTube for you guys to consume. So make sure you hit that like, that comment, that subscribe, all them love buttons for your boy, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out. Other than that, everybody else, we will be going ahead and playing some actual Star Citizen tonight and doing some actual missions tonight. I might go stop by. I don't really have nothing from RSI I want for real, or even want to try flying, because RSI